Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. V-Gaurd Industries has come out with a good set of numbers, beating the analyst estimates and the profits doubling up to almost 60 odd crore rupees. Joining us to dissect the results, we are having the company's MD Mithun Chittilappilly with us. Hello sir, if you can give us the reason for the increase in the margin expansion, which has increased to almost 10.7%. What can the actual reason be attributed to it?
So there are a couple of reasons. I think first of all, we have taken some part of the pricing actions, and that has started to get affected, and that has actually improved gross margins by about 1 or 2%. We also had very heavy spending on advertisement and promotion in the previous year, Q4. So the base is actually low. So both these factors have led to a huge growth in the bottom line when compared with last year.
Sir, can you give us the segmental performance, how it has, performed for this quarter?
So I think, electronics is the one segment that has not done well. We have had a flattish growth there. Both the voltage stabilizer segment and the inverter and battery segment have not done very well. It's mainly due to two reasons. One is in the case of voltage stabilizers, apart from South, all the other markets were subdued because of delayed, commencement of summer season. So air conditioner sales were subdued in the other parts, except for South. In the case of inverters and battery, because of elections, there was not much power cuts also. So that also impacted the sale of inverters and batteries in Q4. So these two products have not done that well, and the electronics segment also has not done well as far as revenue is concerned. The electrical business has grown by about 20%, driven by wires, very strong growth in wires, and the switchgear segment also has done well in the electrical segment. Wires, switchgear, and model switches has done well. In the consumer durable segment, we had a growth of 14.5%, led by kitchen appliances, air coolers, and water heaters. All of them have grown well.
One more thing I need to ask you is your switchgear business. You were sounding very comfortable when we had talked earlier. So what is the outlook looking like for your switchgear business, and what was the performance?
So if you ask me, we are running at a revenue run rate of close to 10 crore a month in Q4 for switchgear and modular switches. So this year we are definitely going to cross 100 crores of revenues. The margins are also very healthy. I think our EBITDA margins are about 12 to 13%. So definitely we will continue to invest and grow this business and scale it up fast.
Okay, so your performance for the non-South markets, that is something which we always track. So if you can give us, a broad, view of it, how it was, and there was an erratic winter and an extended winter was also there. So what was the, view on it, and what was the outlook for your quarterly performance on this?
So if you look at non-South, because of this, delayed onset of summer, the sales were subdued. So our, revenue growth in Q4, the growth was a bit subdued. I think our revenue growth was only about 6-7% for non-South. But if you look at the full year, our revenue growth is quite healthy at 15%. So that's a good number. And we are done close to 1,000 crores of revenues in non-South. And that's a good achievement considering the fact that this is practically built from scratch in the last 8-9 years. If you look at South, they've done better in Q4. We had a very healthy growth of 14% in South in Q4. But for the full year, the growth in South is only about 7.7% because Q2 led by Kerala was very subdued. Karnataka also, parts of it was affected by the flood. So overall, for the full year, we're happy with the numbers. I think we are hoping, I think the non-South numbers should pick up again in Q1 with the summers having started in East and now even North.
So what is the current capacity utilization looking like for your plants, and if any kind of capex plans you are expecting, going into FY20 or maybe FY21?
Yeah, I think our capacity utilization is about 70-odd%. There are plants where our capacity utilizations have, touched 90% in some quarters. So we will be adding capacity in both wires and cables plant, We will also be adding capacity in by putting up a new plant for fans. Currently, we make a very small part of the fan portfolio. So we are putting up a large capacity for fans. And we are also going for some backward integration for existing water heater plants. So our capex should be around roughly about 50 crores in the current year, 50 to 60 crores in the current year.
With the World Cup around the corner right now, and it's going to start from 30th May, so you can expect any kind of promotional expenses going in for your company, because I think in the last quarter your expenses were not so high when it comes to promotions.
Yeah, so I think definitely Q1 our spends are going to be higher, but not because of World Cup, but generally because of delayed summer, we also decided to delay the spends. So we have started to spend again from April, but so we have also even last that is FY19 Q1 also we had spent. So I think we will have a more even spending in the current year. It's just that in the last quarter, it's Q4, we decided to delay the campaigns, especially in NonSouth, because the weather had not picked up yet.
Okay, and the main thing is the consumption slowdown, which everybody is talking about.
Yes.
So what kind of impact, as an industry, as also your company, you can feel that impact, going into FY20?
So definitely there's an impact. We felt this impact of slowdown much earlier in the year, much before Q4, and we also taken a call to tighten our commercial and credit terms. So we had actually a very lackluster quarter in Q3. But Q4 we have managed to come back, fairly strong. But having said that, we are still below the expectations. So we have grown by about 12% in revenues in Q4, as against our expectation of 16-17%. So definitely the consumption slowdown is taking away that 4-5% growth from us.
And lastly, sir, what is your outlook for FY20?
So we continue to be confident of getting close to 15% growth. Last year our like-to-like growth is about 12%, adjusting for excise. This year I think we should have a like-to-like growth of 15%, and that should be possible.
All right, sir, we'll leave it till there. Thanks for talking to Bloomberg, Quint.
Thank you.